Article Romans, section 12, clause 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Let me explain something to you guys, especially those of you who are very young. Now, I'm sure the temptation to be accepted by the mainstream is very alluring, very tempting, to say the least. We all want to feel validated, loved, and appreciated. But what I need you to understand is that type of validation, as with any validation besides from validation from the Most High God, is just a trick of the devil and the facade that his world puts out there in order to lure in unsuspecting souls, because he is a hunter of souls. This is why the Lord tells us, what profits a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Because you see, in order to gain this world, as you all see, I'm sure anybody will agree with me, this world is fake. It's not authentic. It is superficial. And unfortunately, nowadays, even the places we're supposed to go to get substance, be it spiritual, physical, emotional, mental substance, all these places have been poisoned by the superficiality and inauthenticity of this world. Because the enemy knows, let me put it like this, any hunter, and the enemy is a hunter of souls, knows that they have to post up at the watering hole. That's where you're going to find the wolf. It's hiding by the watering hole, because he knows that you have to eventually, all animals, eventually, any living being eventually has to come and get water, whether it's actual physical water or whether it's the divine living water given to us by the Lord Jesus. So what I want you guys to understand is you have to stop believing in the facade of fame. Stop selling out for, superficial trinkets, which promise to fill a void that only God himself can fill. You sell your soul in this world way before, you do all the things we hear about behind the scenes, the blood and the contracts and all that stuff. As soon as you give up your dignity, your integrity, and your honor for likes, to be quote unquote liked or quote unquote respected, you've already sold your soul. The righteous path, the straight and narrow path, is small for a reason. Don't venture off to the left into rebellion. Don't venture off into the right into religion. Stay on the straight and narrow path, which is often very lonely, very trying. It tests every aspect of your character, and contrary to what other people would have you believe, you're going to fail sometimes. Even the Bible tells us that a just man falls 7 times, but that we will rise up again. But the wicked shall fall into mischief. They will make an excuse on why they won't get back up, allow the Lord to pick them back up. And I want you guys to understand this. When it comes to the mainstream, I don't care how good it sounds, It's almost as if that people have forgotten that the enemy transforms himself into an angel of light. Whatever he needs to do in order to hunt souls. So I want you guys to understand, there's no substance and illusion and delusion. It gives you everything that you believe you want at your lowest vibration. But if you're vibrating with the Most High, Lord Jesus of Nazareth, you can see that there is no substance. It is a mirage. It is fugazi. And it is better to stand with God and be hated by the world. Sometimes stand with God and be hated by the carnal or religious church. It is better to stand with God and be hated by man than to stand with man and be hated by God. And when it comes to this mainstream media, to the mainstream anything, I need you guys to understand, never listen to the voice of those who never listen to the voices that are amplified, because they're being amplified for a reason. The enemy always seeks to control your perspective. If evil appeals to you the most, then he'll use evil. If quote unquote good appeals to you the most, then he will use contrary to popular belief, quote unquote good, because everything that appears to be good is not always God, capital G. And the enemy knows this. You don't hear about this a lot, but there is a spirit of religion, and it appears to do everything right except for honestly and truthfully and humbly acknowledge the Most High God, Lord Jesus of Nazareth. Whether you are hated by the religious or hated by the world, you stand on your Father's business. Never listen to the voices that are being amplified. Listen to the voices that are being silenced. I love you guys. You know I'm praying for you. I'm going to leave you with that. With grace and love, this is the man after God's own heart. Peace.